smiled when someone raised a camera. Online, we looked inseparable. Your arm was always around me. You wrote affection under every picture. You knew exactly how to look happy. Then every photograph was finished, and you stopped reaching for me. I started noticing the difference between being seen and being loved. You were present for the photograph, and distant when the moment passed. You smiled when everybody watched us, but never stayed that close with me. We looked like everything I wanted while I felt alone beside you. You were present for the photograph. You barely listened to my questions. My touch became something you avoided. Our friends kept calling us perfect. I wondered why I felt so wrong. Their praise made me feel guilty for hurting inside something beautiful. Deeper meaning through wording. They only knew the love you showed. I knew the love you would not live. You were present for the photograph, then absent when the moment passed. You smiled when everybody watched us, but never stayed that close with me. We looked like everything they wanted while I felt alone beside you. You were present for the photograph. You protected how our love appeared, but not the way it felt to me. You wanted proof that we were happy, more than you wanted us to be. When no one watched, you disappeared. You were present for the photograph, then absent when the moment passed. You smiled when everybody watched us, but ignored me when they turned away. You kept the picture looking perfect while we stopped living what we showed. You were present for the photograph. The camera caught you holding me, and never caught what happened after. Grew quiet, so I changed. I thought I had done something wrong. Your distance felt directed at me. I changed the way I looked. I learned to speak more softly. I worked harder to make you happy, but nothing brought you closer. Each time you pulled away, I searched myself for reasons. I took the silence personally as proof I was not enough. I thought your distance made my failure, so I kept changing who I was. You never told me what you carried. I only felt you shutting down. I took the silence personally. help away from everyone. Your distance had not been about me, though I had carried all the blame. The truth could not restore us, but it changed what I believed. I took the silence personally as proof I was not enough. I thought your distance named my failure, so I kept changing who I was. You would not let anyone help you. I only felt you shutting down. I took the silence personally. Your silence truly hurt me, but hurt was never proof that I had failed to reach you or lacked what you needed. You were fighting something privately. I took the silence personally, but it was never mine to solve. Your distance did not name my failure, so I stopped changing who I was. You would not let anyone help you. I only felt you shutting down. I took the silence personally. Your silence still belonged to you. It never measured what I was. I expected everyone to see your version. You call me overly emotional, too difficult to understand. You said I could not be pleased until I started believing you. Every need felt like a flaw, every feeling felt excessive. Your words became the way I learned to look at myself. I had to unlearn your version of me, the woman your criticism created. I carried your words after leaving and thought everyone would agree. Forgetting you was not enough. I had to question what I believed. I had to unlearn your version of me. My friends listened when I spoke. New people heard what I needed. No one punished my honesty or called my feelings too much. Slowly their kindness showed me how differently I could be known. Maybe I was never impossible. Maybe I was only unheard. I had to unlearn your version of me, the woman your criticism created. I carried your words after leaving until kindness proved them untrue. Forgetting you was not enough. I had to question what I believed. I had to unlearn your version of me. You repeated it for years, so I accepted it as truth. Healing meant more than losing you. It meant removing your judgment from the way I knew myself. I had to unlearn your version of me, the woman your criticism created. Your words were never my identity, though I carried them for years. Healing meant learning who I was without your voice defining me. still learning who I am beyond the person you described. My toothbrush disappeared from your bathroom shelf. My free evenings no longer fit inside the plans you made. Every holiday was decided before you asked if I was free. Each change seemed small enough for you to call it nothing, but every part of your life held a little less of me. You said I noticed too much while my place kept disappearing. You stopped making space for me in your plans, and beside you each small place I used to hold slowly became unavailable. You were building your life without anywhere I could belong. You stopped making space for me. Whenever I mentioned the changes, you dismissed what they meant. Then you said your apartment had no room for another drawer. The sentence sounded practical until I heard the truth beneath it. There was no room for me because you no longer wanted me. You were not protecting space, you were removing me from it. Stop making space for me in your plans, in your apartment. Each small place I used to hold slowly became unavailable. You were building your life without anywhere I could belong. You stopped making space for me. A toothbrush and a drawer were never only things. They showed how quietly your future was closing itself around you. You designed each part of life with no place left for me. You stopped making space for me in your plans, in your apartment. My place inside your future disappeared in smaller pieces. You were building your life without anywhere I could belong. You stopped making space for me. There was no room for another drawer. There was no room for me. You called me late at night when every other plan had ended. You called when dates went badly or friendships became complicated. You reached for me when parties ended earlier than expected. I answered every time and welcomed every return. I thought you came back to me because you finally chose me. Each return felt like proof until I noticed when you returned, you chose me. After everyone left, when no one else was available, I mistook being your last call for being the one you wanted. You trusted I would answer after every other door had closed. You chose me after everyone left. Then you mentioned someone new. clear. You returned only when others left. I was not where you wanted to be. I was who you expected to be available. You did not return because you chose me. You returned because no one else remained. You chose me after everyone left, when no one else was available. I mistook being your last call for being the one you wanted. You knew that I would answer after every other door had closed. You chose me after everyone left. I thought returning meant desire, but you relied on my availability. You knew I would remain through every absence in between. You did not want me most. You trusted me to still be there. Being your last call for being the one you wanted. You returned because you knew I would still make myself available. You chose me after everyone left. You called when everyone was gone. I answered like you had chosen me. Another message you will never hear. You left before I could prepare. The silence came without a warning. I still send messages to your phone, as if you might be listening. My voice keeps reaching towards your absence and makes the loss feel less complete. I know no answer will arrive, but speaking still feels close to you. I kept talking after you were gone, telling you the smallest things, because you always made them matter just by being there to listen. Now every thought is nowhere to go, and every silence lasts too long. I kept talking after you were gone. I told you about difficult mornings. The neighbor has a new dog. The flowers beside our window grew. My messages stayed undelivered. Then your number was disconnected, and my newest words could not be sent. Until my message failed to send, I still had somewhere left to speak. I kept talking after you were gone, telling you the smallest things, because you always made them matter just by being there to listen. Now even words have nowhere to go, and every silence feels permanent. I kept talking after you were gone. I knew that I had lost your voice. I knew I could not hear you answer, but now I know what else I lost. The one who wanted every detail, the one who made my life worth telling. I kept talking after you were gone, telling you the smallest things, because with you they always matter just by being there to listen. I lost the listener in my life, and every silence feels permanent. after you were gone. The flowers still grow by the window. I still wanna tell you how. I don't know how your day ended. I used to know you reached work. I knew what you had for dinner. I heard one morning left you tired. Those details came without asking. Then ending us removed them all, and ordinary things became unknown. I understood we would lose closeness, not every part of knowing you. I wasn't ready to stop knowing you, to lose the details of your days, the things that once arrived so easily now belong outside my life. I could prepare to lose my place, but not the knowing that came with it. I wasn't ready to stop knowing you. Now concern feels like an intrusion, even when it comes naturally. I wonder if you made it safely, then remember not to ask. Caring did not leave with us, only my permission to show it. Becoming separate meant more than I knew how to expect. I wasn't ready to stop knowing you, to lose the details of your days, the things that once arrived so easily are questions I must leave alone. I could prepare to lose my place, but not the knowing that came with it. I wasn't ready to stop knowing you. I was prepared to stop being yours. I knew that part would hurt, but no one told me separation would make you ordinary life. Something I could no longer know. I wasn't ready to stop knowing you, to wonder how your days now end. The things that once arrived so easily are no longer mine to hear. I prepare to lose my place beside you, not permission to know you. I wasn't ready to stop knowing you. Somewhere your day is ending, and I am not allowed to know how. And toothbrush waited by the door. Two years beside you changed nothing. I never had a key. You never cleared a drawer for me. Your family plan stayed without me. Everything I brought into your life had to leave when I did. You asked me to remain devoted, but never made room for me. You made me feel temporary, like I was always leaving soon. Nothing of mine could stay behind. Nothing of yours became ours. You wanted all my dedication without a place for me to belong. You made me feel temporary. said you liked your life organized, so I packed myself away. Then one morning I finally saw it. My toothbrush inside a travel bag, placed beside the apartment door, already prepared to leave with me. It was more than being organized. You had planned around my absence. You made me feel temporary, like I was always leaving soon. Nothing of mine was meant to stay, nothing of yours became ours. You wanted all my dedication without a place for me to belong. You made me feel temporary. You treated my leaving as certain, while asking my love to remain. I gave you 2 years of devotion. You gave me nowhere to settle, not even one small space. You made me feel temporary because you expected me to leave. Nothing of mine was meant to stay, nothing in your future included me. You wanted all my dedication while keeping me ready to go. You made me feel temporary. My toothbrush waited in that bag, like you had always known I would leave. I heard myself laughing in a restaurant. I expected only emptiness when our relationship was over. Then forgotten parts returned. I played the music you disliked. I found the friends I stopped seeing, and wore the colors you questioned. The space you left behind began revealing what I had hidden. I saw myself after you left, and everything I started doing, the parts I kept away from you, were quietly returning to me. Your absence did not only empty the life we once had shared. I saw myself after you left. One evening I laughed too loudly while sitting in a restaurant. The sound felt strangely familiar, like someone I had known before. Then I remembered I was hurt before I learned to hide her. I had not disappeared completely, I had only stayed out of sight. I saw myself after you left, and everything I started doing, the parts I kept away from you, were finally returning to me. Your absence did not only empty the life we once had shared. I saw myself after you left. I had hidden parts of myself to keep you comfortable beside me. When you left, the space uncovered the person I had been before. Loving you required less of me. I saw myself after you left, laughing like I once remembered the parts I hid to comfort you. after you left. I laughed without lowering my voice and recognized myself again. I stopped recognizing myself. I thought love meant remaining through every difficult season, so I stayed as we grew unhappy. I became bitter and anxious. I stopped being kind to myself and called that pain commitment. The longer I stayed beside you, the less I knew who I was. You were my reason to leave, not because I stopped caring, but love was changing both of us into people we never wanted. Staying was no longer devotion when it kept bringing out our worst. You were my reason to leave. I noticed how I acted near you and could not recognize myself. We had both become so different from who we wanted to be. Leaving did not end my feelings, it only ended what we became. I could care about you deeply and still need distance from us. You were my reason to leave, not because I stopped caring, but staying was changing both of us into people we never wanted. Distance became more honest than bringing out our worst. You were my reason to leave. Sometimes care cannot keep us close without changing into harm. The person I wanted beside me became the person I needed distance from. Both truths existed together. You were my reason to leave, not because I stopped caring. We could not keep changing each other into people we never wanted. Leaving was not the end of love, it was the end of losing ourselves. You were my reason to leave. I did not leave without caring. I cared enough to choose distance. You asked for more time again. Each time I started moving forward, you came close enough to stop me. A little affection brought me back to everything I wanted. Then you became uncertain again and left me waiting where I was. You never promised me a future, you only kept one possible. You used my hope against me, give me enough to make me stay. Every Sunday sounded like progress, while nothing ever really changed. As long as I remained available, you never had to choose. You used my hope against me. You spoke about what might happen never made a commitment. I treated possibility like movement, and patience like rebuilding. You enjoyed knowing I was there whenever you wanted more time. My hope was not rebuilding us, it was protecting your indecision. You used my hope against me, gave me enough to make me wait. Every someday sounded like progress, while nothing ever really changed. As long as I remained available, you never had to choose. You used my hope against me. Hope should have moved us forward, but mine kept you comfortable. You could return without deciding and leave without losing me. My waiting made your choice unnecessary. You used my hope against me, called my waiting a future. Every someday kept me available while you avoided choosing us. My hope could never rebuild what your indecision would not choose. You used my hope against me. You asked for more time again. I finally heard what that meant. Your voice sounded different in our apartment. I waited through a year apart for you to share this life again, but every habit felt unfamiliar. Your priorities had changed. You spoke about our old dreams as things you had outgrown. You returned to where we started, but not to what we were. You came home as someone else, with my memories of your face. You stood inside our old life, but no longer fit within it. I searched for who I waited for and found how much it changed. You came home as someone else. Our familiar places bored you now. The plans we made felt small. I kept searching your expression for the person from those calls, but he remained in photographs and never returned with you. Distance had done more than separate us. He gave you room to change. You came home as someone else, with my memories of your face. You stood inside our old life, but had already outgrown it. I searched for who I waited for and found him only in the past. You came home as someone else. I thought distance only kept us apart. I never thought it could change. The person returning to me, you had grown beyond our future. While I waited inside it, you came home as someone else, still wearing the face I knew. You stood inside our old life, but belonged to different dreams. The person I had waited for no longer fit the life we without changing your voice. I felt something changing between us in our final months. I knew. I asked what I was noticing. You called me, told me nothing, then called me insecure, until I questioned what I knew. You watched me doubt myself while knowing I was right. The truth wasn't what broke me, it was how you made me doubt it. You knew what I was recognizing and called me unreasonable. Someone else was not the deepest wound. Your calm denial went much deeper. The truth wasn't what broke me. I learned your feelings had changed before our ending ever came. The knowledge hurt exactly once. Your lying hurt in every memory. Honesty could have let me leave without losing trust in myself. You did not only hide the truth, you made my knowing feel like failure. The truth wasn't what broke me, it was how you made me doubt it. You knew what I was recognizing and called me insecure. Someone else was not the deepest wound. You can't deny it went much deeper. The truth wasn't what broke me. You could have given me honesty and let me leave with dignity. Instead you protected your secret by making me distrust myself. That was the deeper betrayal. The truth wasn't what broke me, it was being right and shame for it. You knew what was already happening and made my knowing seem unreasonable. Someone else was not the deepest wound. Losing faith in myself was deeper. The truth wasn't what broke me. I had recognized the truth. You taught me not to trust it. We sat together after dinner. We shared 20 years together. We raised a child between us. We built a home around our lives with photographs from happier seasons. For so long our family gave every day a purpose. Then our child moved away and left us facing only us. Our best years weren't enough to keep our present living. We had a beautiful history, but felt alone beside each other. Nothing terrible had happened, still something could not continue. Our best years weren't enough. Conversations became responsibilities, or stories we already knew. Neither of us had betrayed the life we made together. But sitting there after dinner, we finally named our could honor what had been without pretending it sustained us. Our best years weren't enough to keep our present living. We had a beautiful history, but no longer shared a future. Nothing terrible had happened, still something could not continue. Our best years weren't enough. Wonderful years can still be true without owning every year ahead. The life we shared was beautiful, but history could not become the reason to remain lonely. Our best years weren't enough to make the future belong to us. We had a beautiful history that could not carry our present. Nothing had to ruin those years for the years ahead to change. Our best years weren't enough. The photographs still held our happiness. We could not live inside them now. I remembered every appointment. I became the dependable one. I solved whatever went wrong. I stayed calm through every crisis and carried what you could not. You praised how strong I was whenever that strength served you. But when I needed reassurance, you did not know what to do. I wasn't supposed to need anything. I was only meant to carry your love, depending on my strength, but not the person underneath. The moment I needed support, I became too much to handle. I wasn't supposed to need anything. Then one difficult week broke through. The calm I always gave you, I could not solve another thing or hide how much I needed help. You said you could not handle seeing me become like this. You had imagined me as strength, not someone who could struggle too. I wasn't supposed to need anything. I was only meant to carry your love, depending on my strength, but not the person underneath. The moment I needed your support, I became too much to handle. I wasn't supposed to need anything. You never imagined the person carrying everything for you might grow tired beneath it, might need someone to stay calm and carry her for once. I wasn't supposed to need anything, only hold what you could not. You loved the strength that carried you, but could not carry me. I was dependable until I needed the same support I always gave. I wasn't supposed to need anything. You knew how to lean on me. You never learned to hold me. happy from the outside because we stayed inside to die. Neither of us named the future or asked what waited there. Then one late night conversation made avoiding it impossible. I finally told you what I wanted, and you could not want it too. We didn't survive, being honest. I wanted children and a home. You wanted neither in your future, and hoped that I would someday change. Nothing was missing from our feelings. We simply wanted different lives. We didn't survive, being honest. There was no betrayal between us, no absence of affection, but staying meant one of us would have to leave a dream behind. Love could keep us close together, but not take us the same way. The truth did not destroy us, it showed what love could not resolve. We didn't survive, being honest. I wanted children and a home. You wanted neither in your future, and hoped that I would someday change. Nothing was wrong with our feelings. We simply wanted different lives. We didn't survive, being honest. Affection could not choose for us which future mattered less to stay. One dream had to disappear, and neither dream was temporary. We could not become the same. We didn't survive, being honest. I could not abandon what I wanted. You could not promise what you didn't, or keep hoping I would change. Our feelings were still real between us. They could not lead us to one life. We didn't survive, being honest. Honesty did not end our love. It showed us where love could not go. Nothing happened, but nothing felt right. I waited for one final betrayal, something clear enough to blame. But you were never cruel enough to make leaving feel simple. We were only quietly unhappy with distance we could not repair. I thought I needed to hate you before I had the right to go. I learned to live without anger, without making you the villain. What we had could still be wrong, even if neither of us was evil. I did not need a final wound to know that staying was not right. I learned to leave without anger. Then one morning I understood, no betrayal had to arrive. I could choose myself in peace without denying that I cared. So I packed my things calmly and honestly wished you well. Leaving did not need hatred, it only needed to be necessary. I learned to live without anger, without making you the villain. What we had could still be wrong. Some endings have no guilty person, only two people who cannot mend. The distance growing between them, you did not have to be terrible for me to choose an ending. Learn to live without anger, let you remain human. What we had was still wrong for me, though neither of us was evil. An ending did not need a betrayal, it only needed to be true. I learned to leave without anger. I packed without hating you, and left because I needed to. We should meet soon. I used to know your smallest news. You knew each change inside my life. Then every conversation grew shorter, and every message came less often. We lived only a few streets apart, but spoke like distance separated us. Nothing ended between us, we simply stopped being present. We became old friends too early, while we were still living nearby. We kept saying we should meet soon, and let another season pass. We had years left to know each other, but only spoke about before we became old friends too early. When we finally sat together, we reached for stories we both knew. I knew the person you had been, not what you were going through. You did not know my present either, so we stayed safely in the past. Our memories still connected us, but nothing new was being shared. We became old friends too early, while we were still living nearby. We kept saying we should meet soon, and let the present pass us by. We had years left to know each other, but only spoke about before we became old friends too early. It was not decades that changed us, it was every meeting we postponed. We treated friendship like a memory, while both our lives continued without the other knowing. We became old friends too early, while we were still living nearby. We kept saying we should meet soon, while our present became unfamiliar. We did not lose the years behind us, we lost the years still happening. We became old friends too early. We still remember who we were. We no longer know who we are. Your apology kept getting shorter. You stopped hiding broken promises as carefully as before. Each repeated mistake felt easier for you to brush aside. experience had taught you something. I would remain after the hurt. You no longer feared losing me, because I always gave another chance. You knew I would forgive you before you ever apologized. You trusted my heart to soften more than your actions would change. I called forgiveness proof of love. You treated it like permission. You knew I would forgive you. I thought compassion made me stronger and showed how deeply I cared. But every chance became a promise that nothing had to be different. Then you asked me one more time and expected my usual answer. That was when I understood what my forgiveness had become. You knew I would forgive you before you ever apologized. You trusted my heart to soften more than your actions would change. I called compassion proof of love. You treated it like permission. You knew I would forgive you. Refusing was not an act of cruelty. It was a boundary you never expected. I could care and still say no to the same behavior again. Another chance would change nothing. You knew I would forgive you, but this time you were wrong. My heart did not need to harden for my answer to finally change. Forgiveness could not keep permitting the hurt you chose to repeat. You knew I would forgive you. Remember only how I ended. You tell them I was always angry, too demanding, never satisfied. You leave out how gently I spoke, how many apologies I accepted, how long I waited for a change that you kept saying would come. I heard your version often enough to wonder if it might be true. You remembered the wrong me, the one who finally raised her voice, not the one who asked you gently and waited while you stayed the same. You kept my anger in your story, but left out what had caused it. For a while I blamed myself. I questioned every word I said. Maybe I had asked for too much. Maybe I had become the problem. Then I remembered all those moments when being ignored changed how I spoke. My anger did not start the damage. It came when gentle words went unheard. You remembered the wrong me, the one who finally raised her voice, not the one who asked you gently and waited while you stayed the same. You kept my reaction in your story, but left out what had caused it. You remembered the wrong me. choices changed me.